Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining out, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
What is good, everybody? It's your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero, and we're back at it again with another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates, where we go over, obviously, the crypto portfolio that we've built out together for the calendar year of 2023. You guys are getting to see what I'm doing, chime in on what you're doing, how it's different. You get to celebrate the wins and the losses at my expense. But before we get to that, let's get to the housekeeping. Shout out to the bag chasers. Part of the housekeeping. I did not get my upload done on Sunday, and I'll tell you what happened. I recorded the video, was getting ready, made the thumbnail, was getting ready to upload the video, got into StreamYard to download the video, and clicked delete. So I recorded almost an hour-long video, and then deleted it. And then I didn't have enough time between rehearsal and my appointment over on Sir Hill Speaks Network to re-record it. And I did not have the energy for it after that powerful conversation we had last night to even try to record it late. So you're getting in today, Monday, the 31st, very end of the month, which is fine because some information that I found that video would have had some discrepancy in it, had some panic stuff going on, and it would have just not been accurate. So what we're going to do is you guys are going to get an action packed. I got some extra stuff to add in here for you. And yeah, we're going to rock it out. We're going to make it work. So the bag chasers will be getting this today, day of recording, Monday, July 31st. Everyone else, since I normally wait 72 hours, you guys are getting pushed back a day as well due to my error because I do want them to have this information for 72 whole hours before I give it to the general public. So you guys will be getting this on Thursday. You're getting 2 drops on Thursday. That's going to be a really exciting day. Thursday, the 3rd of August, right before I go out of town, right before Guns and Butter. I actually might drop this right before Guns and Butter. And I'll drop it earlier in the afternoon, give you guys a little room to breathe before you catch me live. But those of you who are watching, check me out on Guns and Butter. We're going to be live tonight. So if you want to continue this piece of the conversation, we're going to be having a good conversation over on Guns and Butter. The topic will be in the description and the thumbnail. Definitely tap in if you got something to contribute. We will have some sidebar time to talk about other stuff. We will not be going till 3 or 4 in the morning like last week because I got to go out of town in the morning, making a trip down south, going to OKC. But yeah, if you want this information the day of and 72 hours before everyone else, I high-key recommend joining the Bag Chasers. That is a Patreon group. It is not my Patreon group. It is a Patreon group that belongs to Anton Daniels of AntonDaniels.com. Tap in and join the Bag Chasers. Really good network in there. You'll see me in the crypto chat. You'll see me in the general chat sometimes. Sometimes you'll see me in the stock market chat. Sometimes I tap in to talk shop with the stock market guys because we have voice chats throughout the day. Definitely worth tapping into. Now, it is the end of the month, which means that we have to honor all the new people who have joined the Wolf Pack And in order to do that, we're gonna get some personalized shout outs, because I really do appreciate my subscribers. We're on our trek to get to 500, which is our first metric, first stop on the way to 1,000. Now, with that said, we are currently sitting at the time of this video 239, which, we're almost halfway to 500, which is awesome. Can't complain about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to request that everybody like, share, and subscribe. Definitely tell your audiences, those of you who have them, to subscribe to your boy, because we're trying to get to 500 over here so that way we can get some super chats, a little bit of monetization going on, so that I don't have to be out here like Umar Johnson telling you to hit the Cash App. So we're going to start. Obviously, I'm dipping a little bit into June because there were some people who joined towards the end of the month, and it's like a little weird time. And the way that this shows up, I don't think it's necessarily accurate. But I'm starting at June 25th because I'm 100% sure that the person who joined on June 25th, needs to be honored, because it's an honor to have people who I look up to on my channel. And I'm 100% sure that I didn't get these two last month. So first and foremost, shout out to Mrs. She Said of the Harris Tribe. Thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. I hope you're liking the content. Thank you for tapping in. Tobacco Row, thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. LDU Lifestyle, thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. Tiny, thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. Wolf Pack Pred Hunter over there doing the Lord's work, thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. America First Rifleman, thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. Ricky Webster, thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. Lou Castley 20, thank you for joining the Wolf Pack. Marcia Palmer, welcome to the Wolf Pack. Wallyverse, welcome to the Wolf Pack. Scamula Bader, welcome to the Wolf Pack. Mr. He Said, my dude cooks all the time, welcome to the Wolf Pack. Bruce Williams, welcome to the Wolf Pack. What We Know Podcast, another one of the homies that be out here cooking all the time. Mad respect. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. That's going to do it for our new subs for the month of July. We'll be doing this again next month for the month of August. We're hoping that we're pushing. I'm hoping that we can at least hit over the next 30 days 250. I don't think that's not a hard ask. That's not a hard ask at all. Let's keep it pushing, people. So, first and foremost, let's dive right into the content. Now, we're going to start off because your boy is transparent. So when we take these hits together. Now, I was a little bit in panic mode yesterday because this hit looked a lot worse than what it was, but there is a cautionary tale and a story to go with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to share the screen. And we're going to start off on the top gainers and losers, which this top 5 has changed since yesterday with the exception of one token, mine. So we're going to start with the top gainers. First and foremost, number 1 on the gainers list. We're starting with number 1 on the gainers. We're going through 5. Number 1 on the gainers at rank 505 is Alpaca Finance, ALPACA, and they have had a 63% gain in the last 24 hours. Nice. Next, at number 2 with a rank of 178, Polymath, POLY, and they have had a gain of 29.8% in the last 24 hours. Number 3, rank 217, we have Everscale, EVER, and they have had a gain of 25.3% in the last 24 hours. Number 4 is Echelon Prime, PRIME, and they have had a gain of 19% in the last 24 hours. And oh my goodness, this is hilarious. This was number 6 yesterday when I was recording. on the biggest loser, on the top losers list. On rounding out number 5 on the top gainers list, somebody's playing with y'all at rank 927 is Jim, J-I-M. And they've had a gain of 15.4% in the last 24 hours. Now we're getting over to the transparency piece. We're going to go on the top losers. And the goal in life is to not end up on the top losers list. But I'll tell you this. Your boy Reckless Ray Dinero is on the top losers list. And we're going to talk about it because it's part of the news segment as well, because I'm not going to hold everyone else's feet to the fire and not hold my feet to the fire. Granted, there's not much fire to hold. It's part of what happens within the space sometimes. I mean, if you're in the space, you're going to get caught by stuff. You're going to get blindsided. Nothing I could have done about it. But let's get these losers in here, including me today. At number 1, one of my positions, Convex CRV, CVX CRV. Now, this is a derivative, but it's across the board. It's all of them. All the convex, all the curve tokens and derivatives are horribly down. Now, yesterday, it was much more horribly looking than what it actually is. So we're looking at Convex, which is at rank 193, and they are down in the past 24 hours a whopping 17.8%. Now, yesterday, the derivative that I'm holding that's tied to this project was showing that it was down 83%. This was an inaccurate depiction. I went and checked after I recorded the video and deleted it on accident. But I went and checked, and basically across the board, this is accurate. And we're going to talk about what happened. Number 2 at rank 674 is Quetta, Kweta. And we are down on Quetta, a loss of 14.5% in the last 24 hours. Next up, wow, this is interesting because this coin was number 1 on the top gainers list at rank 662, Energy NRG, with a loss of 57.9% in the last 24 hours. Now, it was up over 1,000% yesterday, which I'm guessing some people got their money out of this project. Next up at number 4 with a rank of 531 is r/cryptocurrency moons, MOON, and they have had a loss of 11.3% in the last 24 hours. And rounding out the end of the list at number 5 is at rank 907, Atletico Madrid fan token. Interesting. And they have had a loss of 10.5% in the last 24 hours. Shout out to Atletico Madrid. I hope all is well. It seems like your coin has taken a little hit. I hope you are still fans. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this top 10. 1 second. We're pulling up the screen. Okay. So hold on. Let's share this tab. Moving right along. We're going to look at this. Okay. So as you can see, this is a more normalized screen. Obviously, we're still down, not looking pretty, but this is much better looking than it was yesterday. We're going to get down in here to this top 10 because we've had some coins move around. Number 1, we have Ethereum, ETH. Oh, also, we are still sitting at 36.95% gain for the year. Over the last 24 hours, we've had a positive pump of 5% in the portfolio, which is nice. I'll take it. I need it. We want to drive them numbers up. So back to the countdown. Number 1 is Ethereum, ETH. Number 2 is Synthetic Networks, SNX. Number 3 is USD coin, USDC. Number 4 is Staked Yearn Curve Vault. It's the Vault token. Now, this was showing inaccurate. So, and it still is, but the Yearn Curve Vault token is not. So I had to go ahead and update my spreadsheet because like all my curve is staked. I stake as much stuff as possible. We all know this, but they didn't at the time of staking have this option to actually have it set at what's staked. So number 6, or no, that's number 5. Number 5 is Arbitrum, ARB. Number 6 is Nasdaq's NSDX. Number 7 is Cosmos Hub, ATOM. Hold on. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7, yes. And then number 8 is Wrap Bitcoin, WBTC. Number 9 is the original Orange Pill, Bitcoin, BTC. And number 10, rounding out the list, is Thor Wallet Dex, TGT. Now, oops, that's going to go in the alpha. So obviously we've had some things move around. Market is shifting. Coins are having their retracements, having their pullbacks. Overall, we're still in a good spot. I would prefer to be in the 40s because 30% is what I'm hoping to round the year out at, provided we don't take any more hits to the gut, which I'm hoping we don't a lot. That'd be nice. But like 36%, I'm feeling good. 30%, I'm feeling good. Under 30, I kind of feel like I failed. Like I feel like I'm capable of getting 30% within a year on a portfolio. I feel it in my bones. So we will see. Now to the news stories. The news spotlight. Share this tab. Shout outs to the Ripple gang. Shout outs to the XRP Army. Fortune magazine spotlights Ripple as among the 100 best workplaces for millennials in 2023. I love this type of news. I am happy that Ripple is a good place to work for millennials. I am assuming that it's a pretty soft place to work. There's probably a lot of hugs. They probably have a tranquility room. They probably have a cry room. They probably have a lot of accoutrements that just make millennials happy because they are soft and they cry a lot. So, that's good. That's good news. I remember back in the day when good news meant crypto prices went up. That's not the case anymore. We are well into price manipulation territory, and no news makes the market do really anything. So shout outs to Ripple. It's a great place to work. We're gonna keep it pushing on through here. Obviously, great news for the project. They won their court case. Now they're an awesome place to work also. Double win for Ripple. 2023 might be the year that Ripple catches dubs, all the dubs. Like we just need some of that positive price action because the token price ain't doing what it needs to do right now. But that's a good buy opportunity. Also, speaking of buy opportunities, because like I'll go ahead and spill the beans on my methodology on this. Is I'm going to be, and I've tweeted this, I've said it publicly. I will be buying Ripple a little bit every cash infusion that I put into the market moving forward, even though they are lesser. Some of it's going to be going towards Ripple, sub $1. I will be looking to start selling at a $3 metric, and then probably closing out if depending on what we do during the bull run. I think my tap out point, depending on what we're looking at, will be $10 if we make it there. I've seen some pie in the sky. I've seen some ideals that will be going past that. Like I'm looking at $3, $5. I'm starting to get antsy. If we start breaking through $5, I'm going to be looking at $10. That's just what I'm looking at because now we have flipped bullish. Before we go into the next story, the reason we have flipped bullish, I look at my monthly income for staking because staking takes the worst hits when we go into market dumps in the bear market. So like I had my stretch goal, I blew past the stretch goal. Now, if this next month upcoming in August, we blow past the stretch goal, then that's gonna be an indicator. I look at the passive income, the dividends that are getting kicked out as my indicator, because like it's hard to scrape together decent dividends unless you have massive amounts of money. And like I have a decent amount of money in the market. It's not a massive amount of money in the market. So the dividends are creeping in, definitely better than the traditional markets, but they're low in comparison to what they were last bull run. So I broke through the threshold of my stretch goal. That's got me fired up. It's got me excited. I have flipped bullish. So we are now panic buying. We are looking for deals at all angles. Every time cash goes in, we're touching on the projects that we're getting set up for the next bull run. And for me, XRP is one of those projects at this juncture. It will be. I mean, I've already decided. I've already started buying, so it's going to be in the portfolio. Next is the sad news for old Ray Bear, the hit that we took. Curve finance pools exploited in over $47 million due to a reentry vulnerability. Now, what a reentry vulnerability is, I want you to imagine that you walk into the gas station and you grab a Snickers bar, and the Snickers bar costs $1. And so the teller tells you, I need $1. That's going to be $1. So you take $1 out of your wallet and put it down on the counter. And then you take another $1 out of your wallet and put it down on the counter. And then you take another $1 out of your wallet and put it down on the counter. And this process repeats itself until your wallet's empty. And at that point, the teller takes all of your dollars and then closes out the transaction and gives you your Snickers bar. That's basically what happened. Fortunately, it was caught. There was another hacker that saw the exploit. So there's white hat hackers and black hat hackers, and black hat hackers obviously are the ones that do the nefarious deeds, and the white hat hackers are the heroes that come and stop the other hackers from doing the nefarious deeds. So they stopped, but a bunch of the backers, people who had their liquidity immediately, they didn't realize that it was only affecting certain pools and only certain firmware versions of the software that's running those pools. So everybody has pulled their money out. They ran for the hills. Now, the part of this, let me share the screen because my part of the news story, because I'm pretty sure that it's going to still be the same price right now because it's not reflecting it correctly. Where are you? Convex. Yeah, so if you look here down at the very bottom, the urn curve, it's showing that it's 9 cents. Now I went and looked. Urn curve is sitting in the 50 centile range with all the rest of the other tokens, but for some reason CoinGecko is inaccurately showing that it's sitting at 9 cents, which actually furthers the panic because like a lot of people keep their curve staked over in urn finance. I know I do. So I had to, like those people probably went over there, saw that it was because like yesterday it was still like low 60s, high 50s, probably went over there and sold off. Now, the current price of curve is still above my entry. So I am still in the green per token on this. So I'm not cashing out. I'm still sitting in a good spot in the portfolio. So I'm not going to be messing with that. I was hoping when it was at 9 cents, I was intending on buying more. But then when I went and looked and saw what the actual prices were, and it's over my entry still, I'm not going to be buying more. But the gist of the matter is these glitches happen. These things can happen. And unfortunately, it happens to a lot of people. Now, this time around, my exposure was only $1,000, which is nice because it's much better than 5 figures amounts of money because that exponentially harms you. especially when the whole project goes away. Now, Curve Finance is not going away. I do not believe that this project is going away. They're already working on fixing the firmware versions that are not working. There's a lot of backing on this project, a lot of money involved. So they're going to fix the issue. This wasn't an easily found issue. Somebody did a lot of research and time to dig in to find this vulnerability specifically, because this isn't a surface level. Like, somebody put a lot of resources into finding the one hole that they could exploit and then exploiting it. So we'll see how the story progresses. I'm not moving my bags out. I'm sitting on them because I'm still in profit. So they're just logically, it's no reason for me to move off of this. And honestly, if it goes, depending on what we're looking at, if it goes into a spot where I'm no longer in profit, I might consider buying more. The other caveat to this is this issue isn't just with this protocol. Like, this was like a very old buried, you had to dig through the code literally way back. Took a lot of time to find this issue, but this specific vulnerability, other projects have it too. So keep your eyes peeled, because somebody might be taking all your dollars for a Snickers bar here in the near future. And then the last story that I've got before we get to the alpha section is a story that went kind of under the radar. Didn't get enough news, but is huge news. And that is that Ethereum Starknet Quantum Leap went live on the mainnet, not on a test net, on the mainnet. What does this mean? This means that the transactions per second have gone from 15 to 90. Now, know what everybody's saying. Oh, well, that's not that fast. Well, 15 wasn't that fast either. And everybody says, and like anytime anyone tells me any chain's faster than Ethereum, I believe them 100%. The problem is they're not being used. And that is a reflection in the price. That is a reflection in the price of these other projects that are not where Ethereum is. That is a reflection in them not being used either. So, I mean, if they were being used, the price would reflect it. Like, it's that simple. Every project is faster than Ethereum, and Bitcoin for that matter. Bitcoin's even slower. Ethereum was the upgrade for Bitcoin. So when we're looking at these projects, I always look at the network effect. Even projects that I like, Cosmos Hub, Atom, much faster than Ethereum, much better for gaming, very fluid. Like, every experience is better. The fees are low. You can run gaming on it. They have a bunch of gasless options over there. It would be perfect. No one's over there. Everyone's still using Bitcoin. Everyone's still using Ethereum. People are still building games on Ethereum. Institutions have put tons of money into Ethereum. They've done this for a reason. There's a reason that the only competitors that they have, it's like it'll be some small niche community where those people are using it and nobody else is on these chains. Cough, cough, Solana. But that doesn't mean that, like, during the bull run, you're not going to have the opportunity to make money. It's just, until I see some big money moving to these chains, like, I'm not buying it. But 15 to 90 is an order of magnitude faster for Ethereum, which means that the transactions will close out faster. Hopefully one of these days they scale it far enough to where we can get the fees down, because like the fees over there are ridiculous still, especially if you're going through peak times. Like, it's almost insufferable at this point. Like, the money that I have on it, I want off of it, because it's just expensive. And like, unless you're moving over $1,000, it's not worth it. And even at $1,000, those fees still sting a little bit. And if it's peak, you're talking about like tens of thousands of dollars, or like $5,000 or something, to where like it offsets the fee to enough to where it makes it palatable. But yeah, Ethereum is not for poor people. Like it's wild. All right, so that closed out our news. Everyone should be excited about that. I know I am. I know not enough coverage got covered. The only person I saw talking about it was the Modern Investor. Shout outs TMI. I figured I didn't want him to be the only one speaking on this because this is great news. So I'm speaking on it as well. Shout outs to those who are keeping it real in the space. Let's get to the alpha. I got a little bit extra for you. We're going to revisit 3 of these so that way we can give you a little bit of added value. So obviously, Atom, one of my stalwarts. The coin, honestly, weirdest acting coin ever. But reward still at 20%. So that's looking good. Next up for you, we're going to revisit one of my LP positions. And we are going to talk about the OP/Velo liquidity position. Sitting at 82.2%. Beautiful. Nice chunk. Got a little bit over there. Feeling good about it. And last but not least, one of my more recent positions that I've closed out, the Nasdaq's NSDX, which is still sitting at above 60% at 61.5%. 0.58, technically speaking, full transparency. And that's going to close us out for today. I hope you guys appreciated this. I want to know, are you guys bullish right now? How are we feeling out there in the markets? How are your portfolios doing? Have you flipped bullish? What are your bullish panic buys? Because I know I'm going to probably go over that. It's going to be on the next episode. I think we'll talk about that next episode next week. About what's on my bull run list, positions that I'm looking to focus down and close out. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Not trying to get rich over here in the dog pack by ourselves. And anyone who's interested in crypto, if you go back through these, we started this portfolio from scratch, and we're tracking it through the year. And then I'm going to do it again next year. And I'm going to do it again during the bull run. Well, actually, next year will be the bull run, but like next year will be the beginning, like the peak early bull run. And then the year after that will be it'll have both of those years will be part bull run, but you guys are going to get to see a portfolio that's going to tank, which will be interesting. So that way we can see what we're looking at there. But it's your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be tapping out till next week, until we get these outros made. It's go time. And it's your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero, signing out. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I pull up.